So, Daniel, can you tell me your first encounter with an eccentric?
I think the first encounter with an eccentric was probably my auntie by default. She was always there in the village shop, and she used to wear, she used to go on the paper rounds with like football socks and heels and in a fur coat, and she used to drive around the village chasing the milkman and, you know, writing poems about his golden bottles. And I think that was the...
What was she after from the milkman?
I think she was after his golden bottles, and yeah, that was my first eccentric.
They do sound appealing.
Yeah.
So did you admire her?
Loved her. She was amazing.
And how old were you, do you think, when you first recognised that she stood out from the crowd?
I mean, all the family spoke about her, so forever, as long as I knew her. And when
Was she legendary?
She was legendary. When I was modelling, I did a shoot for Vogue, and she used to keep all the magazines and my model cards behind the shop counter. And after I'd done the shoots, I'd go back to the village, which is called Forlongley. It's in the Midlands, and I used to work there just because I loved her so much. So
yeah.
I used to work in the shop, and then be in Vogue, and then go and work in the shop again, and go and do this thing, and live this crazy like weekend in London, and then go back to the shop. And it was quite amazing. And I only went there for her. In
her football socks and furs.
Whatever she was given.
And do you think that your photos and your little your fame brought her closer to the golden bottles?
No. All her poems were thrown out the window and burnt. And she never found the gold. Oh no, she found love later. But
I'm happy she found love, but I'm sorry for the loss of the poetry. It's a great loss to us all.